Okay, we're back. We're gonna try this again. But before you got here, I was just sharing like recent event stuff. I was scrolling right before 7 o'clock, and I saw Celine Dion got diagnosed with stiff person syndrome. It's rare, so you probably haven't heard of it.
Never heard of it.
It's a stiff person syndrome. So what happens is it's a neurological disorder, and it causes her to have like spasms and stuff like that all over her body, including her vocal cords. So she can't even
can't be singing.
Yeah, she can't sing like she used to anymore. So, and for someone like her,
I feel like I'm a clerk.
so for someone like her, like she's an icon, musical icon. So, we're praying for her. Yeah, I can see it now. I'm using my iPad today, so yes, it's a bigger screen, and we're closer to the screen as you can see, so I can actually see you guys' comments. I'll be able to see y'all's comments as you come on in. I was also talking about Brittany Griner. Have you heard about that situation?
What is that?
Okay, so that's a no. Brittany Griner is a WNBA player. She was playing over in Russia.
Is that the one that got?
Yes, that's the one that got locked up overseas in Russia.
Glasses and got her long hair.
Yeah,
Okay.
got the long locks. She, Russia released her, and so I believe she's on her way back to the U.S. So we're praying for safe return for her.
What happened to her?
What do you mean what happened? Oh, she had weed on her.
My God.
But the thing, like, I feel like they only did all that to her to like prove a point. I feel like they're trying to make an example out of her, which I don't like. With her being like not just black, but also queer, and she represents many different minority communities, So I feel like they try to make an example out of her, which I don't like. But yeah, I'll still be following that story as well as the one on Celine Dion. At first I had one funny story to share with y'all, but now I have two.
My God.
So the first one, I took a Lyft here, and the Lyft driver didn't speak English.
Oh my God.
Yeah, didn't speak good English. I'll say that. And he took a wrong turn. Like he turned too early, and so you know how the street outside is a one-way street. I'm trying to tell him, he stops at the corner, I'm trying to tell him, I can get out here. He doesn't understand what I'm saying. He's like, no, because the GPS is now trying to send him back around the block.
Oh my God.
So I'm like...
He's listening to
yeah, that. And the GPS is in his native language. So
oh my.
The one-way street is going right. He turns left onto the one-way street. There is oncoming traffic. I said, God, is this how you gonna take me? Like, this is how you gonna take me right now? Like, really? There was traffic coming, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm freaking out on the inside. And I was just like, I had to basically jump out the car. Like,
so you're getting your money back?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Not a credit.
Yeah, not a credit, but like money back to my card. But yeah, that's funny story number one. Funny story number two. So yesterday, I'm gonna tell about the pretzel fiasco.
Oh my.
Yeah. So yesterday, I went out with a few of my friends, and the place we went to, it was outside. We went to Uptown. If y'all know about that, it's out here at in Center City. Hey Dante, he said Bishop.
Oh man of God.
I was like, he's talking to you. I ain't, because not me. But thank you for joining us.
Welcome.
So I went out with a few friends of mine yesterday, and I ordered my food and I was waiting for it. What you have, like, they don't come to the table. You have to go to them to like order your food or whatever.
That's reckless.
I mean, for the type of place it is, it makes sense. I guess it's easier for them, because if not, they'd literally be all over the place. But I ordered my food, and I stayed there to wait on it. I ordered a pretzel and fries. Very simple. So I stayed right there. I was talking to my friends, waiting for it. Some other lady had ordered just a pretzel, but she walked away. So when the pretzel came, who got it? I didn't steal. I was in place. Stay in place. That's how you get your blessing. Bam. So the pretzel came, and I started eating it because I was hungry, and I was just like, my fries will come out later. That's fine. What?
Nothing.
Okay. So I'm eating my pretzel, and then my actual order came out, and the lady who ordered just the pretzel, she showed up. Wait on the Lord. See, she was impatient. She wanted to go. She went back and She sat back down with her friends and was like talking and kikiing or whatever. My friends were with me, waiting with me. So we were in place. So I got my food. So basically, when my order came, she got my pretzel and I got hers, and I got my fries. So it wasn't like we both still got what we ordered, so it was fine. But I go sit down. And where we were sitting, there was like an open fire because again, it's outside, so they have like the heaters. Like if you ever eaten outside of the restaurant, they got those heaters. Yes, sir. He said there's more for you. I'm cracking up. He's encouraging my folly, and I'm here for it. So yeah, we go and we sit down, right? And I set my pretzel down in front of me where we're sitting at. It was an open fire. The fire was not covered. So I would have liked it. It would have been better if it was like if it was covered, but whatever. So, and my pretzel was also in like a paper contraption. So I looked away for 1 second. The wind was blowing and it was blowing towards me.
Consuming fire.
And that's exactly what it did. The fire consumed my pretzel. I looked away for 1 second. I looked back, my pretzel's on fire. And I'm like, I went into panic mode. So my hair was down like this. He tried to steal my blessing. The devil tried to steal my blessing. He was mad because I was in place.
No, that's called.
No,
that's called reaping what you sowed.
No, the devil wasn't there. I didn't even know this woman ordered a pretzel. The pretzel came and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I thought it was just done at different times. I didn't know till she came up there. But the devil was mad. So
thank you for being done with it. Thank you.
The wind blew towards me and it also blew the fire towards me. And next thing you know, I look down and my pretzel's on fire. What is that? That's not what you think it is. But so yeah, I went into panic mode. Mind you, my hair is down like it is right now. I leaned forward to try to I don't know what I was trying to do. I don't know what I was about to do. But I leaned forward and then I was like, oh shucks, my hair. So I pull my hair back and I'm like this, trying to blow the fire out. And my friends are like, what are you doing? You can't blow on a fire. I'm like, I don't know. It was pure chaos in that little corner for like a few minutes. Some lady who was sitting next to us, she jumped up and she was gonna try to help. She was gonna throw her drink on it.
Oh my God.
She had alcohol. So imagine if she had thrown her drink on it was a lot. It was a lot going on. It was chaotic, but we're okay. I didn't finish the pretzel, needless to say, but I had eaten like 75% of it anyway, and I still had fries that had not caught on fire, so it's okay. It's all good. And my hair didn't get burned off. I was not consumed by the fire. My pretzel was, but I was not. So I lived to tell the story. So yeah, that was my evening last night. So I was like, yeah, I gotta tell the people. Well, yeah, do you have anything you want to share? Anything about your week? Anything interesting? Anything you want to say?
People of God, tomorrow's Friday. Hallelujah. That's all.
For those who work Monday through Friday like he does, I guess that's the perfect place to pray
Fridays
from.
too.
But then my work week starts on Saturday. I mean,
well, praise Him.
I'll be grateful. Yeah, I'll be grateful for
You're
that.
not working this Saturday?
This Saturday. What's this Saturday?
The 10th.
The 10th.
Oh my God.
The 10th.
Oh, it's your job doesn't know that.
What?
It's canceled. The concert.
What?
Who do you sing with?
That's Sunday. That was Sunday, not Saturday.
Ain't Sunday. Wait.
The 11th.
The 11th.
The 11th.
Well, praise Him.
But I have 2 days off this weekend. I'm already off Friday, and then I was supposed to be singing in a concert, but the concert got canceled. But my job doesn't know that. Don't tell them. So yeah.
Hopefully nobody on your job.
I'm never gonna do that. I'm not doing that. I have people from old jobs on here, but not this current one. Yeah, okay, cool. I feel better about it. Why is it what?
It's on you.
It's on both of us. Here. That's how it was. I just feel like I'm like.
But anyway, yes, people got tomorrow's Friday.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. That's it?
Jesus is the reason for the season.
I didn't say preach.
I'm not preaching. I'm just letting them know that Jesus is the reason for the season.
Yes. Keep Jesus in your Christmas. And may
Not
you
just-
always have a happy holiday.
Not just in Christmas.
Hey.
Not just in your Christmas, but He's the reason for the season. Period. Every season, all seasons, He's the reason.
Mm-hmm. All right. So that was our little, our little thing. So we are back with another episode of Have a Little Talk. As you can see, my surprise co-host is back again. It's not as much as a surprise. Hey Tiff, we love you so much. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. So it's not a surprise this week, but that's okay. We're still happy he's here. This week we are talking about healing. So for some reason, my notes are on my phone, so if you see me looking down and looking up, that's why. Yeah, we're talking about healing. This is our third episode. Yes, third episode. And I guess I've just been on this wave of like wellness and just, hey Juliana, thank you for joining us. I'm a little hot. But yeah, I don't know why I've just been on this wave of like healing and like wellness, more so like altogether wellness. That's just what has been coming to me. I had a whole list, but like just been going a whole other way. Eventually I'll get to that list, but it's all good. I feel like the messages that I've been sharing are what everyone needs to hear. So yeah, I'm gonna start with different definitions of healing that I found, because y'all know I love a good definition. So the first definition comes from Oxford Languages. Their definition of healing is the process of making or becoming sound or healthy again. Merriam-Webster, their definition is the act or process of curing or of restoring to health. Excuse me. And then Cambridge English Dictionary defines it as the process of becoming well again. So, I mean, they're all saying the same thing, just in their own way. The last definition, of course, it stuck out to me. It's the biblical meaning of healing by Baptist Care SA. I'm just citing my sources, that's all. It's a little lengthy, but it was still good to me. It says, healing occurs through the integrating forces that restore, transform, sustain, and nurture the whole person, body, mind, and spirit, at each phase and in every dimension of life, and within relationships of the person to the creation, to other people, and to God. Yeah, it is a lot, but it's hey, we got the family in here. Yes, I love it. I love that the family's coming in. when it came to healing, I just started like jotting down my ideas. Like I do it how I write everything else. I just started writing out my ideas and kind of formatted it later on. It's still not fully formatted, I'm gonna be completely honest, but it's all good. We're just gonna go with it. Yeah.
Right this week.
Yeah, we're gonna ride the wave. Hi, Auntie. I'm so happy you could join us. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's jump in. So healing is a journey. Healing is not linear. That's one of the biggest things that I remind myself of and other people, because a lot of times people think that like healing, people see healing as just this like a straight journey, and it's not. I'm sure we've all had to heal from something, whether it was like physical, emotional, mental, anything, any kind of healing. It's a process and it's a journey. You'll have good days, you'll have bad days, you'll make progress, and you'll mess up. You might even have to start over a few times, but give yourself grace and be patient. The journey is full of ebbs and flows, and it's fluid. You'll feel all kinds of emotions, and sometimes you might even feel like you're losing your mind, but I promise you're not. I'm skipping a whole paragraph. But before we like really get into it, what thoughts do you have on healing?
Because it's not a healing is more so a roller coaster ride. It's dips and falls, and there's going to be some ups, and then you might dip down. That's not to say that you're not healing, but it's to say that you are not numb.
That's good.
Because when you're healing, you feel everything.
Absolutely.
That's how you know you're healing. When you become numb, then we have to talk about that. That's like not feeling is not okay. But if it's painful, if you can feel that
sting, that soreness,
right? Yeah. That's when you know that you're healing.
Yeah.
It's like morphine or any of those drugs that they give you for your pain. Like when you either have a surgery or whatever, and that process is beginning, they give you something to numb the pain, so you're not in it always.
Yeah.
But when you know that you're in that vein of healing, when you can begin to feel it again, like that wince, like that's when you know that you're in that process. But it's when you can't feel that, and you're like, what's happening? I'm losing the feeling in this area. That's when it's time to seek help. But
yeah,
I don't know if that is where you were going, but
no, I mean we're just flowing with this. But I have a question, like not to like challenge what you're saying or anything, but like if you're no longer feeling it, does that mean, like, if you become numb to it, could it also mean that you have healed from it?
That's a good question. And my thoughts, I would say, kind of yes and no. Personal, not personal plug, but story, to answer your question. So many of you on here know that last year, I, in fact, was hit by a car. Yeah. It's actually a true story, like legit today. The date was the second, but today, like the first full week, Thursday of the month, I in fact was hit by a car. And so I went through the process of healing. I don't feel anything right now. No, my arms are numb. I can feel every poke and prod, but I don't have those pains anymore. Like I can totally like put my hand up. Like I couldn't do this last year, but I can do that now, as you can see. And so like I'm completely healed. There are some days where I like have like when I go to put on certain things, like I'll have like a soreness at the moment, but it hits and it goes. But like if you're like numb and can't feel anything, that's not healing.
Got it. Okay.
Like if I were to pinch you, I didn't.
I was like, please don't.
I'm not gonna do it. Like,
Okay.
pinch you, but if I were to like even do this and you can't feel that, and like doing this, and that's not healing.
Yeah.
Something's wrong.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Cool. So, I already said that. So healing happens in layers. Oh, by the way, Cedric, we love you too. We saw your comment. Definitely love you too. Okay. So, healing happens in layers.
Oh, come on, Juliana. This ain't that line.
Okay, because listen, I mean, this could easily go left. But, all right. Yes, healing happens in layers. Our spiritual father, Bishop Hayward Hamilton, he once said that deliverance happens in rounds. And to in my opinion, to me, healing and deliverance are kind of one and the same. It's not going to happen all at once in one sitting. To sum it all up, healing is a process. Again, like I said, it's a journey. It's a process. It's very up and down, back and forth, but you have a destination to get to. So no matter how it goes, no matter how hard it gets, the best thing to do is not give up. You can start over, but don't quit. The first step to healing is realizing that you're wounded or sick. It's simply recognizing an area where work needs to be done. These areas can be exposed in different ways. You could see them yourself. Sorry, I'm losing my spot. You could see them yourself. Someone else could point it out to you. It may be brought to the surface by a conflict or argument, or you may have been triggered. However the issue is brought to your attention, you now see it and know that there is damage in need of repair. So I'm just going to pause there and see if you have any thoughts or anything.
Was that you?
Yes, that was me.
Oh, praise him. The prophet is on.
Oh, everybody's in here. I'm so happy. This ain't gonna hurt so happy.
Do me a favor, real quick. Tag somebody. Like this. Like it, love it, and share it. Like if you come in and do that.
Y'all can just share it. Like,
Tag some people. I'm texting people. You know, people might need to hear this.
They might want to
tag them.
Yeah. Okay.
So, case in point, like I have flat feet. Now my mother, hers are flatter than mine.
You didn't have to.
But she doesn't want to accept that.
Oh,
however, like
she still be wearing them heels.
She does. However, like there are on occasion, people may think that I'm limping, which I'm not. I'm not. It's just how, my feet are set up.
Yeah.
The way my feet are set up. They're not set up like my account. Thank God. No, I'm just kidding. But like people will see that I might be limping a little bit, but it's not because my feet hurt. So in that instance, like people can see that you're in pain. It's not like, you yourself might not notice it. It's not like you got a bloody nose and like you're leaking and somebody asks you, is your nose bleeding? That's
Like, obviously.
obvious. It's not that, but it's like again, you're walking down the street and you could be going to the left, going to the right, and somebody's asking you clearly like, "Are you good?"
Mm-hmm.
You're like, "Yeah, I'm fine." You yourself might not in the moment not be cognizant of the direction that you're going in, but somebody else is obviously seeing it. It's like, "Hey, my man, you good? Because you doing this, doing these." So So in that instance, it's like be open to the observation.
Yeah.
Nobody's like calling you out. What's the word I'm looking for? Nobody is targeting you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because it can feel that way. It can feel that way.
Yeah, it can definitely feel that way.
Yeah.
Especially when it's like more than one person.
Yeah.
And when more than one person notices your sickness before you do, another prophet is in the building.
What about the tap in the building? The tap is in here. Oh my God. I'm not going to get emotional, but I'm so happy y'all are here. Oh my God. I love y'all. I love y'all for real. Sorry, go ahead.
That's when it's like if someone in there in a good state of mind will be like, you know what? More than one person asked me, "Am I okay?" Like I need to probably go see someone, go get this thing checked out. We love you too. It's that kind of thing where it's like she'll see something today. Hey, you okay? You're not. Well, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I can work. You okay? You walking a little. I'm good. I go to Marshall's. That's a store.
Stay in Marshall's.
I do.
Stay in Marshall's.
I actually was in there yesterday. I had to get a gift for my job's Christmas party tomorrow. So.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Calm down.
No, that was a good anger.
Oh.
That wasn't an angry one.
Oh.
Yeah.
So praise God. No, this.
What? Oh.
She just came in. And I go to Kohl's and somebody or Marshall's and somebody in there be like, you're walking a little funny. Are you okay? Like, no, I'm good. I don't feel nothing. And that also could be like an adrenaline thing. Like I'm not feeling.
Yeah.
Feeling what's happening and I go to look and behold something's off.
Yeah.
Like there could be something like stuck inside of my leg and I didn't notice that caused me to kind of.
That happened to me once.
Like, whew. Or like I'll be like, you know what? Just because you're saying something, I'm gonna go see somebody.
Yeah.
And I get there and get to the urgent care, ER, where have you, and lo and behold, they're like, had you not come in, something would have happened.
Yep. Something much worse.
Much worse. So again, thank you, Prophet Washington, Pastor Washington. Be open to observation from the trusted.
Yeah.
The trusted. That the key word in this sentence is the trusted.
Because they know you. And they know how you normally operate, how you normally act. So when you're off and they see it and they point out, you're like, oh. Like there are some people, like, if somebody tells me, like, I do my own hair, right? So, and when I do my own hair, a lot of times I'll ask Mike, like, and Mike, he don't do hair, but he knows if I wear a wig and the part is over here, or if it's happened sometimes. I've had wigs on and it'll start like sliding or something, and he'll just give me a little, he'll just give me a signal, okay? And then I'm like, oh, pull it down. Like, oh, it's crooked, you know? Or, you know, when I did these locks, like, and y'all saw the pictures when I did them before, they were like a whole different color at the top. So I was really kind of nervous about it. So I'll ask him, does this look okay? And he'll be like, yeah. And I'm like, are you sure? And I ask him because, like Aaron said, he's trusted. He may not do hair, but he knows what it's supposed to look like. He knows what a laid wig, a wig that's laid correctly, he knows what it looks like. He knows what it's supposed to look like. He's seen faux locks. He knows what those are supposed to look like, you know. And so, yeah. Oh, hey. So, yeah, that is absolutely, being an expert in the people you love still counts as absolutely. And I've been doing my own hair for years now. It's been what, 2 years? Oh, I think it's been about 2 years now. But yes, so that it's a good, that all of that plays into recognizing areas where healing needs to take place. And another thing, like other than other people pointing it out, is being triggered. Like those.
Tiff said it earlier. Tiff said it earlier.
Yes, she did, and that's what reminded me. I remembered her comment. Being triggered. Those things that take you from 0 to 100 real quick. Those things that where you'll be having a great day, and next thing you know, ooh, healing in the church. That might have to be a whole other like episode in itself, because that's a lot to unpack. That's a whole lot to unpack. But yes, being triggered, those are the things that take you from 0 to 100. You could be having a great day, and next thing you know, something happens and you're crying, or you're mad, or you're upset, or you're depressed. Those are triggers. And even though we don't like them, they make us very uncomfortable. Triggers show you. Triggers are the very thing. Sincere, hey, love you. Triggers are the things that show you the areas where healing needs to take place. Basically, that's all they are. I see triggers now as indicators. Now, I'm still be pissed off, but I understand the purpose behind it. So I'm gonna go sit down somewhere. I'm gonna go calm down. I'm gonna, because I know what's going on. Now, see, before, like, if you're ignorant to it and you don't know what it is, like, you don't know what's going on, like, you don't know why you're upset, then of course you're gonna be, you're gonna be upset, and feel your emotions. Definitely go through that emotional process, but understand why that trigger is there and why you're reacting the way that you are.
Because once numb, again, going back to the top, once numb, you don't even know that you're being triggered. When you're numb, like when you can't when you just oblivious to the notion of what's happening around you, and people are pointing it out to you, and you're still not getting with it, or you're still not, feeling it, then you're numb, and we need to take certain precautions.
Yeah.
Get you to a doctor.
Yeah.
A therapist.
Come get y'all one of these.
Psychiatrist.
Listen.
They work.
They do. They really do. Like, on the last episode, we talked about different forms of therapy, and I'm still doing the self-guided therapy, and it's going great.
Oh, Aaron, ma'am.
Ooh.
A grace danger.
No, but hold on. Did you see what Juliana said? She said triggers tell on you.
My God.
Yeah. And it's so true. It's so because a lot of times we like to walk around and act like we're okay, or like act like, oh, nothing bothers me, nothing can get to me. Okay, Okay. Let that one thing happen to you. Let you be walking in the store and you see that one person who just gets under your skin like nobody else does. Let somebody say that one thing that just like takes you there. It happened to me the other day. And I didn't say anything to you because it's whatever at this point. But we were at a party, and a birthday party. Let me clarify. We were at a birthday party, and the night was going great. I was enjoying myself, and at the end of the night, we got that same old question.
Oh.
Yeah, when are y'all having kids? Stop asking me. I'm telling you right now, like, and I'm standing up for this. Please stop asking me. Our church family and, those who were like tuned in, listen, we all know what the Lord said concerning our family growing. We still believe that. We still stand on that. But I still don't want y'all asking me when we have kids. Like, let it go. God said what he said. We believe it. That's it. Stop asking me. Anyway. And see, that's a trigger for me, as y'all can see. That is a trigger for me. And
I have a gun, so I just think.
So stop asking all married couples that. Because and
thank you, Miss Green. Mine.
Yes. It's that simple. And like I said, God spoke, we believe it, we accept it. And so it's gonna happen, of course. I just really, really, really don't like being asked. That's a trigger for me. Still, I'm working on it, though. I'm working on it. But that was just an example. And that's an area where I need healing. Because when it comes to that's a lot. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into it today, but yeah, triggers definitely tell on you, and and again, we just have to change our view on triggers and the purpose of them. We have to understand why they're even there. Triggers are indicators. We can kind of see that. I view them now as maybe not a red flag, but just a flag. I don't know what color. I'm gonna just pink. I'm gonna just call it a pink flag because it's not really a red flag, but it's an indicator. Hey, we need healing here. This is the area we need to work on. Did you see something? I saw you.
No, I just was in my thoughts.
Oh, okay.
When you said that red flags are tell signs that you ought not enter into something.
Yeah.
That's what the red flag is for.
You're sliding into the next part.
That's what the red flag is for. An indicator or a trigger is much different than a red flag.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Red flags pop.
Hey.
Red flags are the announcement.
Triggers are green flags. Yes. Okay. Triggers are green flags. There we go.
Triggers are the green flag that indicates work on the inner. The red flag is a warning sign not to enter into something.
Yep.
And sometimes we ignore those red flags because we see a little bit of potential, or maybe, just maybe, it's me. Well, that again is a different topic in itself.
Don't fall in love with potential, please.
I mean,
please.
But
that's that's another time for
you can fall in love with potential, but if the potential is not producing and working, that's when you can be like, okay, let's disconnect. You've shown me that the potential that you had, it's not happening, so I'm going to exit before this becomes worse than what it is.
Yeah.
So when we see the green flag in us, that's the check engine light.
Yeah, and you don't want to ignore that.
That's the check engine light.
Yeah, like
that green flag or that check engine light goes off. In a fairly newer car, that's an indicator that you need to go to the dealership,
see what's going on,
the mechanic, and see what's going on under that hood.
Mm-hmm.
When that trigger goes off, that's the when you should be like, you know what? Hey, or whoever you rock with in this season, because I don't want to assume that all of us on here are believers in Christ. So
most of the people on here,
I understand.
Oh, okay.
But again, whoever comes on here afterwards,
true, yeah.
Whoever you rocking with in this season, that's when you be like, hey, what's happening with inside of me?
Mm-hmm.
That
do invite God into that.
Hey, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I'm having these feelings.
Oh, Sincere's preaching.
I'm having these feelings.
Hey!
You be on here. You be on here this time.
I love it. So Sincere said, I feel like triggers are things God has us work on to let go of to give us what's coming. Absolutely.
Oh, praise him.
I didn't even do that. Sorry. Absolutely. Hey, Floyd. I love you so much. Oh man.
The father that's in here right now.
I mean, like, don't get us started, please. When you actually started to slide into our next topic, which is remember on the last episode when I said don't let people benefit from your brokenness?
Oh yeah.
I added that here. So when you're broken, you long to be whole. You are you're listening?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're broken, you long to be whole. There are voids that need to be filled. You desire peace and you desire comfort. You find yourself in a vulnerable state. And when you're broken and you're looking for those things, like a lot of times, like before you know any better, as soon as you see it or as soon as you come across whatever feels like that comfort or whatever feels good, you end up clinging to it. And a lot of times we find ourselves in situations that are very much beneath us. We find ourselves dealing with things and people that are no good for us, toxic things and toxic people. So like you were talking about those red flags, you'll end up hooking up with somebody who makes you feel good, but they're not good for you. Like it may make you happy, yeah, but it's not good for you. Like me, like listen, y'all know what I look like. Y'all know I don't miss no meals, but I've been working on my appetite. Like I stepped on the scale the other day and didn't like what I saw, so I'm working on that. So I listen. I love getting down with a good steak, okay, and it makes me happy. Yes, it does, but it's not always good for me. I know you're not complaining, but I'm just saying. y'all, please don't pay for no wine. But unhealthy foods, they do make. I love food. Like I've always been a huge foodie, and I still do love food. But I'm changing my relationship with food. So I'm working on my appetite, working on eating better. Please don't encourage him, please. Please don't. But those unhealthy foods, like they make me happy. They do make me feel good.
Oh, the rabbi.
But they're not good for me, so I have to stay away from them. But like I was saying, like when you're broken, you end up in situations that are no good for you. This person And whether it be any kind of relationship, whether you're dating, whether you're just friends, whether, whatever it is, they may make you happy, but you're seeing those red flags, but because you're broken, you're ignoring them. A lot of times, we think we can fix people. We think we can fix people. And it's not our job to fix people, okay? Like, we're not God. We're not surgeons. I mean, if you are, great. But, no, go ahead.
I want you to not speak for me.
What do you mean?
I don't believe I can fix people.
I'm speaking in a general sense.
Oh, okay. Praise
I'm speaking in a general sense. I'm not saying, like, you personally, you're not out here trying to fix people.
No, I am not.
We're not. I mean, we're supposed to,
I'm helping.
Yeah, we're helpers.
I'm gonna help you.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna send you to the fixer.
Yeah, we're gonna put you in the right direction, but we're not trying to fix you. I'm not trying to fix nobody. I don't have the patience to fix nobody. I'm sorry, because hard-headed people, I can't do it. Like, people can only be fixed if they acknowledge that they are the problem.
You're preaching tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the rabbi talking.
Yeah, talk, sir. But yeah, you have to. That's good. I'll assist you, not drag you. Yeah, I will walk with you. I'll definitely help. But yeah, I can't take you. You can't take anyone somewhere they don't want to go.
Sincere, you're talking right.
But sometimes the type of person someone isn't the type of person we need. Exactly. Like when we're on that healing journey. Okay. When we're on that healing journey, we need people who are actually gonna help and not continuously suck the life out of us. Like if I was to fall right now and hurt my knee, God forbid, another example. If it's icy outside and I slip and fall on ice, I can't help Mike walk across the ice 'cause I'm on the ground. Or if I fall and hurt myself and now I'm limping, I can't hold nobody else up. That's a better example. That made more sense to me. Yeah. If I'm sore and I'm limping, I can't hold anyone else up. I can't. What I need is someone. I can't.
Eddie.
And that's fine. That's fine.
Listen,
go ahead and laugh.
Because I'm going to Kiki.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ha ha.
Go ahead and laugh. Just don't leave me there. Don't leave me down there. Because I still need help. But if I'm already hurt and broken and sore, I need somebody who's strong enough to help out, to help me. Because right now I'm the one who needs help. And there are people out there, unfortunately, who they look for those vulnerable people who they can take advantage of.
They pray.
Yes, they like they're literally like lions looking for prey, or like any kind of animal in the animal kingdom that hunts, like a wolf or something like that. Like they're looking for somebody like that so that they can manipulate them and make them who they want you to be. And like when you're in that broken state, like when they come to you, like, listen, those lies are everything. Them lies be everything. I can give you this, I can give you that, I can, this, that, and that. Like, all the empty promises and things like that. They use that to reel you in. And once you cling to it, once they think they have you, that's when the toxic things come up, and you're like, whoa. Next thing you know, it's like, what in the world have I gotten myself into? But when you're broken and you're not really like thinking the way that you should, you accept those things. You might even see the red flags and you're like, oh, it'll be okay. Like you make excuses for this person or the situation, like, oh, it'll get better, but then it ends up getting worse. and next thing you know, like you're just in a terrible situation, all because you accepted much less than what you deserve because you're broken. So it's very important to be mindful of the company you keep, especially when you know that you're in a season of healing. You want to make sure you have strong people around you, strong people surrounding you who are going to pour into you, not take from you and drain the life out of you.
And be around people who other people who are whole.
Yeah.
I want to say this though, like, because we all are healing from something.
Absolutely.
However, try not to be in a company of people who are hurt like you are.
That makes sense. That's good.
Right? Because I got a limp, you got a limp. We are no good for one another.
Yeah.
At least if, your legs are good, you can help me, even though you might, let's say, you're coming off of the flu.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, again, try to be mindful of that.
Yeah.
And while we're here, like you so healing has a sound. Not every, and some are not as loud as others. So, look for those, if everybody around you is help me, you might need to kind of leave that circle for a minute.
Yeah.
Because if all of us are help me, who's going to be the one to actually do the lifting?
Yeah.
While we're here, there was while we're talking about this, there's a man in the Bible who needed to be healed.
The one they had to.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had to lower.
We on the same page. Okay.
They had to lower down into Jesus' presence because the door was shut. Now, if all of these men were, in the same kind of position that the man on the mat was in, could it possibly have happened? No. So somebody has to be the one to do the lifting, to do the handing out.
Yeah.
We all can't be at the pool of Bethesda. Because now we're fighting over who's getting into the water.
Mm-hmm.
That's a different sermon for another day.
Sorry, we're reading. In order to properly be healed, you expect the of healing because he healeth thee. Ooh, that's good. Healing is continual. Absolutely. It is a continual process because like Mike said, we're all healing from something. And a lot of us are healing from multiple things. So, and like we said in the beginning, healing and deliverance, it happens in rounds. It happens in layers. It's all part of the process and part of the journey. But like I said, it's very important to be mindful of the company that you keep, the people who are around you, because it's hard to help when you're hurting.
Yeah, like everybody at the pool of Bethesda, they were all in need of a healing at some kind of point.
Yeah.
So they were kind of fighting over that stirring.
Yep.
However, the man who got lowered down, he had help. he was in a company of people that were already healed, already on their feet, not laying around a pool of people who, in some way, shape, or form, needed the same thing he did.
Right. They weren't hurting the way that they weren't broken in the way that he was, or hurting in the area that he was hurting. So they were able to lift him up and lower him down so that he could get what he needed. And those are the people that we need around us. And like, we all have our issues. And, you know, like, we can complement each other. Like, the area that I'm good, that I'm, you know, knowledgeable in, or the thing that I've conquered, now I can help you. And vice versa. The area that you've conquered, now you can help me. You know, you can help others. That's the best part about healing, and that's the purpose of healing, I believe. Go ahead. I was gonna ask you anything else.
I do.
Okay.
And you segued into the scripture, when thou art converted, restore such a one.
Absolutely.
You can't restore until you've been converted.
Mm-hmm.
You can't help until you've been healed.
Absolutely.
You can't talk to me in a certain area until you've conquered it.
Yeah.
You're still renting. You can't talk to me about ownership.
Right.
You're still in debt, unfortunately. So you can't, you know, talk to me about certain things.
Mm-hmm.
You're still you're still doing things for some, you know, you're still doing favors for favors.
Oh my.
So you can't talk to me about a healthy relationship.
My God.
You can't.
You can't.
You still busting it open for everybody else. And, you know, you can't talk to me about settling down and
purity.
You can't.
Listen.
So let's get some. You conquered that first.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can come talk to me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Our next and final topic is,
Topic.
I'm sorry, like points, like different points.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, something.
Oh, tonight.
Yeah, just for tonight. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna keep going with this. Don't be insensitive to other people's healing process. The other day, a friend of mine on Facebook posted a status about something she went through a few years ago. A few years ago, she had a miscarriage, unfortunately. And obviously, that's a really traumatizing event. And she was talking to somebody about it, and the person was like, oh, how long ago did it happen? Oh, you'll be fine in a few days. Excuse me? Like, I lie to you, like, it still upsets me because that was so insensitive. And that was so wrong, like, of her to say. So, like, because, like, that particular friend of mine, she's sweet as pie. Like, she's so sweet, she's so funny. Like, one of the best people. She's the best. But for somebody to say something like that to her, like, it really upset me because of who she is, and just because it's very insensitive. Excuse me, I can talk right. You don't get to dictate how and how long other people heal. Like, a lot of times when we are healing, we're healing from something that's traumatic, some kind of trauma, and like, trauma literally shifts your entire life. Like, it changes your mindset, the way that you view the world, the way you view yourself, the way you view other people. And in order to heal from that, all of that now has to shift back to where it was. And as somebody who has been through many different types of trauma, like, it's definitely a process, and it's a hard process. So, like, it's best to just, like, if you don't know what to say at all to somebody, just pray for them, or just don't say anything. But some people, they just don't know what to say, and they say the first thing that comes to mind, and it's the worst thing you could ever say to them. Like, so what that it's taken them years to heal from it? Like, that's their trauma, that's their situation, and you can't be insensitive to that. Like, it's just not nice. It's simply not nice, and it's not okay.
And it's not. And who's to say that your what's that word?
Insensitivity?
Yes, your insensitivity will cause somebody a setback.
Yeah, that too.
I came this far, and your lack of sensitivity, I'll say it that way, your lack of sensitivity has caused me to go 2 steps back.
Yeah. Absolutely. Because now, like, you've insulted them, now they're discouraged. And, they were already struggling, and now you done made them feel bad. And
you also don't know what kind of day this person may have been having.
Yes.
And you, took them from them getting to the top, and now you
pulled the rug out from under their feet,
and now they have to start this over again.
Yeah, it's just wrong. Like, you just please be mindful of what comes out of your mouth when you're talking to somebody who is hurting or healing, and you know that they're healing from a certain thing. Just please think before you speak.
Takes 2 seconds.
Yeah. Honestly.
Not even 2 seconds. A second.
Yeah.
Because I've been in a certain state where I'll be like, oh, yeah, no, I'm not gonna ask that question today.
Yeah. Like, oh, let me not say that. Like, and it's that simple. It's that easy. Like,
because most times it's more people are healing from inward things than outward things. Like, just because I'm not wearing a cast or a splint or I have crutches or I'm not wearing any type of healing gauze or whatever, doesn't mean I'm not healing.
Right.
There's like so much emotional healing that people are doing.
Yes.
And 9 times out of 10, people, more than not, people are more emotionally healing than physical.
Absolutely.
Some people don't have an illness at all, a broken bone at all, but they are damaged on the inside.
Yep.
And that damage causes them to do other things. And so sometimes people try to self-medicate themselves because there's a pain happening on the inside that they think a drug can heal. They think alcohol can heal. They think sex can heal. They think stealing can heal. I was watching a show. I'm so mad they took it off of Netflix. It was called not Klepto. It was I forget the name of the show, but the show was basically about people who were addicted. But everybody's addiction wasn't the same. There was a girl who was addicted to stealing on there. One girl was addicted to stealing. Somebody else was addicted to drugs, attention. Like people are dealing with things to help them self-medicate, and they find themselves doing these things to try to heal what's happening on the inside. One girl was stealing because her parents had gotten a divorce, and so all she did was take things from stores. She was good. I mean, she was good. Okay, but at the end of the day, like that's not healthy.
Yeah.
And so she got she was a minor, so they put her in this AA program to kind of help her. Show lasted like 3 seasons. I'm so sad that they took it off, but the point is, like, everybody in that room, hey, young man, welcome. Everybody in that room was working on healing.
Oh, I remember that show. I know what show you're talking about now.
Everybody in that room was working on being healed from their addiction.
Yes.
So we'll talk, brother. We'll talk.
Absolutely.
Rose.
Hi, Rose. And hey, Natasha.
Sorry, Tasha.
I
was deep in it.
No, it's all right. It's all right. But yeah, like, and when it comes to other people's healing, like, you don't get to dictate other people's healing. You don't get to tell them how long it takes or how long it should take for them to heal from something. First of all, how dare you? Who do you think you are to tell somebody else like how and how long it's going to take them to heal from something? Especially if you've never been through it. I'm cracking up. But if it's something that you've never been through before, like how can you tell somebody else, like, you can't, you're simply not qualified. You're not qualified.
And even if you have gone through it, you're still not qualified to tell somebody else how long their process should be.
Exactly. Because we're all different.
I mean, yeah, go.
No, I mean, we're probably about to say the same thing. But, like, just because it took you a certain amount of time to get over or get past something, that doesn't mean, like, healing is not one size fits all. It's not even one size fits most. It is, that journey is tailor-made to each. Yes. And absolutely, we can't tell anyone how to heal.
Oh,
we can. We can make suggestions. We can now listen. Unsolicited advice is just that, unsolicited. Nobody asked for it. Now, however, if someone comes to you and is like, "Hey, I'm dealing with this, that, and the third. Do you have any?" If someone asks you for any ideas or recommendations, something like that, okay, then, like, and if you don't know, then refer. We were taught that, like, always refer. If you don't know, refer. Like, but we want to try to help. Like, if someone comes to you for help, then try to help. Absolutely try to help.
If you're not an expert, please put that disclaimer out there.
Yes. Like, please.
I am not an expert. I have suggestions out the wazoo. And they are just that.
They're
suggestions.
Just that.
They are opinions.
Yes. Make that clear.
They are not facts.
Yes. I
don't have the knowledge to tell you I'm not going to diagnose you.
Yes.
I cannot do that. It is not my job to diagnose. I can tell you what I think, I can suggest that you do X, Y, Z. I can, put a bug in your ear. Say you should go to these people and see what they think or get their opinion. That's what doctors do.
Yeah.
If you don't trust my expertise, or you don't trust my knowledge, there's this what they call a second opinion.
Yeah.
You go get you one of those.
Get a second opinion. Doctors refer all the time, and they're all professionals, but they're all professionals in different fields.
In different areas.
In different areas. They know somebody. I may not be able to help you with that, but I know somebody. It's that simple.
I'm not a podiatrist, but if you need your feet done or worked on,
I know somebody.
I work with the heart.
Exactly.
I'm a cardiologist.
Yep.
Not a podiatrist. You gotta know.
You have to know.
And just because all those doctors know all of the body doesn't mean that that's their specialty.
Exactly.
Some doctors only want to work on the feet. Some doctors only want to work on the hands.
Yeah. Or on the brain or whatever. Just pick an area. Like, they're required to, learn the basics of every area, but once they get into their chosen expertise, then that's what they become a professional in. And, if someone comes to you, and that's why it's good for us to be transparent and share our testimonies, and I'm not saying walk up to a stranger and be like, hey, I used to do this, that, and the third, but be transparent, during your journey and even as you heal, because someone else could very well be going through the same thing and they see, hey, they conquered that. Let me go ask them. Now if if something did work for you, then definitely suggest that, hey, I tried this worked for me. So make that suggestion. But I'm crying. You know what? Now, Chris. He asked, where can I find a beard doctor? Give us a minute. We gotta look it up.
I am not an expert. Not an expert, doc.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know hair.
I don't know beards. I do hair, but I don't do beards. I'm sorry. We can find you a good barber or something. But yeah, trying to dictate somebody else's healing, it's the healing journey is tailor-made to each and every one of us. We're all different. So even if we are healing from the same thing, the process could be different for us because, depending, it all depends on what you could handle or what your own coping mechanisms. We all cope with things differently. Whether it be a healthy or not, we all cope with things differently. So it yes, by all means make suggestions if you want to help somebody, but don't come in trying to completely turn their world around. That's not your job. Like we said earlier, it's not our job to fix people. We can point them in the right direction. We can help them out, but it's not our job. At the end of the day, we can always help. We can always, absolutely. But yeah, when it comes to their own healing, and this just randomly came to me, make sure that the person actually wants healing as well.
See there? Because some people ain't trying to.
Yeah.
Some people, they enjoy how they're feeling.
Or they enjoy, there are some people who enjoy attention. So they'll put their brokenness on display. Good night, Chris.
Love you.
Love you. But they will, like those people on social media who post those sad, depressing statuses just for attention. Like, if you've done this before, don't take offense to this, but the people who be like, just pray, don't ask no questions. I'm sorry, I'm gonna ask questions because why do you want me to bother God?
And full disclaimer, like this is not like once in a blue moon you're doing that.
It like if this is your thing, like you're just regularly like
every single day.
Pray for me, or like I saw a status today that said if you post a status no with the broken hearts, you just looking for attention. Like sometimes they are. Like I don't know.
If you're on my timeline every day with the same, I'm gonna mute you.
Okay, might even unfriend you because I don't want to see that. Like, I understand you're going through, but hey, like I understand you're going through. Like we all go through, absolutely. But like every day, all the time, like you ain't so you ain't never happy. Never.
And they like that.
Yeah, is like at what point are we gonna come out of the struggle? At what point are we gonna even take a step? I mean, dip a toe in the pool of Bethesda. Something. Take a step towards it. Do something. But if you're not trying to get help for yourself. There we are. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. But
yeah. Make sure you gotta want it.
You do, yes.
It will work if you want it.
Yeah.
And it'll work. I don't want to use the word faster. However, you'll start to see progress when you want it.
Yep. I agree.
If it's something that you're against, then you're probably gonna. If people who don't want the help, those are the ones that you see
kicking and screaming,
or those are the ones that return to the coping mechanism.
Yeah, they go right back to it because they never wanted to do this in the first place. When you want it, you'll work for it.
Like I have a student of mine. His biological mother, is an alcoholic. Like, I mean, first day of school, the woman came, and I mean, she said, good morning. I said, good morning to you too.
Not bad.
I mean, it was like she bathed in it.
That's nasty.
And I told my co-teacher at the time, I said, hey, this one here, I said, we need to keep an eye out for her. I don't know what, I don't know, but what I do know is that she's a potential problem. And lo and behold, there is an order that days were given where she could pick up and see the young man, and there were days that his dad had to come pick him up and drop off. Now lately, this order hasn't been being followed, but I am only the teacher. I try to stay out of those.
Okay, those situations.
But I mean, and she found herself in the bender.
Oh God.
Like came like off the order, came to pick up, and I'm like, hold on, what's happening? They end up calling the police.
Jesus.
And she lost it.
No.
Called my job and how dare you Now I'm not gonna say that she doesn't want healing, but what I am saying is she found herself back and They even like Octoberish, she went to a rehab, and by like top of October, 2 weeks in, I called down to my director and I was like, "Hey, she's picking up," and I had to release the young man because we didn't have like it was her day.
But she wasn't supposed to be there?
She wasn't, yeah.
Like she was supposed to be at the...
Yeah.
Wow. How they do let you check yourself out?
I was just like, oh, well, praise him. And every now and again, mother comes in and she... tall tale sign for this mother, she wearing them shades.
Oh, not that.
And don't know she'll be out.
Oh, my.
And she lies in.
Not that.
And I said, oh, you was drinking the juice this morning.
You was in the sauce.
But what the point is, you can tell, not tell, but the signs for people who don't necessarily want to change is they keep going back to the coping mechanism.
Yeah.
Going back to the abusive relationship.
Yeah.
Going back to the bottle. Going back to the powder. Going back to those
toxic things.
Those toxic things. So, you know.
And I mean, relapse does happen. So like, you know, there's no condemnation there, but like when you're making the conscious decision to go back, you know, and again, it's part of the healing journey, but I personally believe that when you really get tired of a thing, you'll do what it takes to get out of it. You'll set those boundaries. You'll, you know, get away from certain things or certain people. You'll, you know, unlearn habits and create new ones. You know, sometimes you may even have to create a whole new life for yourself just so that you can get on the right track and get to where you need to be. Like I was saying earlier with me wanting to eat better and make healthier choices. The other night, like the cravings were out of control. And I was definitely about to order something unhealthy, but I was like, nope, I'm gonna wait. And you know, I went and I just drank some water and and after a while I was okay.
Praise him.
Yeah. I'm working on it, like I said.
Oh, she's even eating salads.
You know what? That is a testimony for me because I used to be like,
I don't want no salad.
Yeah, I used to be like dead set against eating salads. Like we would go out and he was always joking with me like, you want to order a salad? I'm not going to order no salad at this daggone restaurant. Like, all of that. But now,
we went out the other day, last week.
Yeah, and I actually wanted one.
And she said, I'm gonna have a salad.
I have been...
At first I was laughing. And when that waitress asked and lo and behold she parted them lips, I said, well, praise him.
I am in search for a good salad. Like when I make salads myself, I really like them, but like if I go out somewhere and order a salad, like I want a good one. Cause some people charge a lot for salads. Like, and if I'm gonna pay that kind of money for it, then hopefully it's good. Just saying. But as far as like my health journey, it's something that I want. So I'm creating new habits, and I'm setting boundaries, you know, and I'm taking those steps to get better and to get well. And the same can be said for healing. You know, whatever area you want to heal from, or whatever area that you need healing in. If you really want that healing, if that's the result that you desire, then you'll do what it takes. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Like, you know, if you do relapse or go back to whatever that coping mechanism is, like, it's okay. Like, don't beat yourself up about it, because it happens to the best of us. But just don't keep making that decision. You know, like you know what you deserve. you know that you deserve better, and you know that you want better. So just keep making those steps and keep making those strides. Like, we encourage you to just please, like, since we're talking about healing, like, strive towards that healing, towards the results that you want, and don't stop until you get there. You can take a break. You can take a break. You can even start over, but please don't give up. If you don't take anything else from this, take that.
Well, that was good.
Yeah. Did you have any other thoughts that you wanted to share, or anything you wanted to add?
No.
Okay. Well, thank y'all for tuning in. We really appreciate it. This was a good episode. I think this was a really good episode. It'll stay up, so if you want to come back and watch it, or if you want to, show somebody else, it'll be on my page. What's my name on Facebook right now? It's Malika Harris, Malika J. Harris, I think. It's on my page. It'll be on my page.
She doesn't have multiple personalities, y'all. Just.
You said I have multiple personalities.
I said she doesn't.
Oh, I thought you said I do. Like, I definitely don't. No. I have it's Malika Harris, and then there's my pen name, which is Mickey J. Those are the only two. That's the only alias that I use. That's it. It's either me or Mickey J. Malika or Mickey J, whichever. It's one and the same. But thank you all for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Like, share, tag if you feel so led. Yeah, and as of right now, we will be back here next Thursday. I'll share the topic with y'all once I get it, like, once we decide on it. Mike may be back next week again. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, I'll see y'all next week. Mike might see y'all next week. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see you later. Have a great night. I'm gonna think of a cool catchphrase, but yeah, until then, be easy.